Hello everybody and welcome back to another crafty simulations video. In the previous video I said that I was going to be bringing back the A2A Aerostar. It's been updated, it's now fully released, and in fact we're on version 1.01 I think, or another version of it. And yes, for the first time ever I'm going to feature on this channel the updated version of this fantastic twin-engined aircraft. So let's take it out for a little flight in the Las Vegas area. So everybody, welcome aboard one of the greatest twin-engine aircraft here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and that pains me to say it because I do love my Diamond Cows Twin Star. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that aircraft. We're talking about the A2A Comanche, Aerostar even, not the Comanche. So anyway, like I said, it has released now. It has been a bit of a while since I had this aircraft on the channel. I did a few videos of the pre-version 1 version of the aircraft. We're now on version 1.0.1, I do believe. And that's the aircraft of which we're going to see today. So this is now the fully updated version. Everything's working just nicely. And we're going to go out on a nice little flight. So first of all, let's shut this. Interesting if we don't shut that and forget about that. Right, anyway, so let's get started, because this flight it's not a long flight, but it is a well, we are going to depart to a different airport. I'd say the Americans will probably class it as local, but it's a bit further out for us. So anyway, like I say, version 1.01. Let's get rid of wheel chocks, tie downs. I always forget the pitot cover on this aircraft. I actually went out for a flight in this aircraft and completely forgot about the pitot cover, and this is the reason why my airspeed indicator wasn't working. So that was interesting. Wonderful A2A. Also my fault entirely. Anyway, so let's get this aircraft up and running. So we're not going to need that much now. So let's remove that. Alternators all coming on. This is not how you start this aircraft up correctly. So we are ready to rock and roll, rock and or roll. Right, we're going to start the left engine. We are cleared up, ready to go. Mixtures are fully back. Throttle is cracked. Again, like I say, this is not by book startup, but let's hope this aircraft actually wants to start. So anyway, let's say it with me. Clear on the left side, clear up front, clear on the right, and parking brakes are set. And we have a good start. Drop the RPMs to about 1,000. Alternator is already on. Should have really had the rotating beacon up for that one. Anyway, so we shall turn the mags over to both for the right-hand engine. And throttle is cracked. Clear on the right side, and let's start up. Hopefully. Come on. Come on. Come on. And we have a start. Avionics master's coming on. Autopilot master is on, although not actually on. Map today, and we'll have a terrain. Obviously, when I'm flying in the UK, I don't normally fly with terrain on, due to the fact of UK's mostly flat, especially in Lincolnshire where I fly. But obviously this aircraft's a little bit different, and this area is very different due to the fact of the amount of mountains that's in the area. Right, anyway, so we'll have nav lights coming on, cabin lights are on. We're not going to require any heating. In fact, we are going to put the fan on. some air through to the aircraft. Wait for our oil temperature to come up. I have done this flight previously today. Right, so autopilot controls are set. Elevate. Setting our trim is a little bit finicky. Right, anyway, we are set. Like I say, it's not a proper start-up for this aircraft. This aircraft was commanded with more respect, but I just want to get flying. Right, so flaps are neutral and flaps are going down for 10 degrees and set back to neutral. Fuel pumps are now coming on. And tanks are set to on. GPSS is set, and GPS is set on the navigation, and we are squawking 1200 and altitude reporting. Right, so flap set, engine set, pilot set, routing is set. Route. I'm wondering where we are. We are at Henderson again, Henderson Executive, here in the Vegas area. Seems to be the sort of areas we would expect to see this kind of aircraft at. Luxury transport for the few. So as I said in the previous video with the, the Got Friends double ender, love that name for an aircraft, I've got new internet now, so hopefully we can get back to having some half decent video, well, half decent for my style anyway, videos. Parking brake is set. Yeah, so internet is a lot better now than it used to be. If anyone's interested, I have gone over to Starlink internet here in the UK. It's really my only option at the moment for high-speed internet, but so far, over the last few days, it's actually been really, really good. So anyway, let's go back to the flight. Let's pull the map out. We shall do a mag test, so we'll clear that for the time being. Run up the left engine to 2000 RPM. We're checking the RPM on the now dumping the RPM. Build it back up again and dump it. So rinse and repeat for the right engines. So once again, running up 2000. Left mag. Both. Right mag. Left mag. Measuring the differences between them. Back to both. And dumping the propeller pitch. Or feathering the engine. Builds back up to 2000, dump it again. And engine run-ups are complete. Set back to 1000. Right, landing lights are coming on. Strobe lights are on. Fuel boost is on. Mixture is full. Right, let's get it going. So we are flying to I say a local airfield. It's a nice airfield to go to. I forgot what it's called. It's something like RO8 or something is the code name for it. It's not a million miles away, but it'll give us a nice chance to get a bit of altitude and a bit of flying time here in this great, fantastic aircraft. In fact, if I bring up the route, sorry Americans, route, flight plan, yeah, U08, Perkins, that's it, Perkins is the airfield we're going to. So we'll go back, and I want terrain because we are flying into an area where terrain is a bit of an issue. Right, parking brake is coming off, sitting on the wheel brakes, running up both engines, flaps are down 10 degrees, landing lights are on, engine set, power set. Let's rock and roll. Full power. Tap the brakes, gears coming up. Lights have gone out. And now the light for the gear is up, is lit, that's correct. Flaps coming up. Turning 1,000 feet rate of increase. Good weather today out in the Vegas area. Not the kind of weather I'm getting here in the UK at the moment. It's all cloudy, overcast and raining. Left-hand turn, we're coming onto our course. Keeping good visuals for the terrain ahead of us. Obviously our 650 at the bottom is showing us what is in our area. So, landing lights can now come off. Got 49 miles to run on a beautiful day. Was it 5 o'clock in the morning? Absolutely stunning. Look at the terrain. It's absolutely so different to what we get here in the UK. So different. Passing 5,000 feet, still maintaining 120 knots. This aircraft is literally like a rocket ship. Literally like a rocket ship. Hooking over to the left. We'll start heading towards our magenta line. Autopilot is engaged, nav hold is selected, and the aircraft will now fly itself quite happily towards the magenta line. So this gives us a chance to run through some of the checks. Right. So landing lights are confirmed off. We'll keep the fuel boost on, we're still in the climb. Flaps are confirmed up and into neutral. Landing gear is up and landing gear up, light is engaged, I should say. We'll turn off the auto trim while we're in the climb, actually. It's not the most accurate of autopilots. We have flown straight past our magenta line, but it will marry up with it in time. So, whilst the autopilot is running, what do you guys think about the A2A Aerostar? It, to me, is one of those absolute jaw-dropping aircraft. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing. It really is that good. A2A really did knock it out of the park with this aircraft. It really did knock it out of the park. Just look at it. It is just jaw-droppingly beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, so as we rocket up to some altitude, I've got some mountains up ahead of us. We do need to obviously clear that, so around 7,000 feet is what I'm looking for. I am going to cut this part of the video, because obviously, you know, it's going to be 42 miles to run now to the area. I will come back when we get up to altitude and we're cruising. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. So, welcome back to the cruise portion of this flight. You've joined us at 7,000 feet, little over, what we're doing, 170, just about just short of 170 knots. Pleasantly in the cruise. Honestly, this aircraft is just fantastic. We're 23 miles from our destination. There's a direct routing over to Perkins, a single runway airfield. Just look at the terrain. I know obviously there are people who live in America, who live in the Vegas area and see this and probably go, ugh, it's hot, it's, you know, ugh, nasty stuff. But in here in the UK, we don't get anything like this. It's just fantastic. And when you're flying an aircraft like this, it just shows you how good a flight simulator can really be. I just spent the last few minutes just looking back at this engine and looking at the view, and it's absolutely jaw-dropping. We used to have flight simulators back in the day where you would dream of graphics like this, absolutely dream of it. You'd never get, they're not standard graphics either. You know, there were obviously programs that were released by companies that would add specific areas, but this is all Flight Simulator 2024's natural scenery, and it's absolutely amazing, jaw-dropping. So anyway, the A2A Aerostar, like I said, version 1.0.1 is the latest version. There is, for all you lovely people who are still on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, there is a bespoke version of the Aerostar now available for you. The Aerostar was designed from the ground up as a 2024 aircraft. However, they did leave it open that maybe, just maybe, they were going to release a 2020 version, but the 2024 was priority. It had to be released and be up and running and be happy and everything like that, and then maybe they would release a 2020 variant of this amazing aircraft, and that's exactly what they've done. So if you pop over to A2A's main website, you will now have the chance to purchase a 2020 version of this aircraft or the 2024 version of this aircraft, or both of them. if, like me, you've already got the 2024 version, you get the 2020 version free of charge if you download it as well. So if you're still using 2020, there you go. You've got another reason to keep using 2020. I'm not knocking that flight sim at all. It's absolutely fantastic, works wonders. And now you've got this wonderful aircraft to fly in your sim. So A2A have mentioned that there is going to be another aircraft, obviously, that they're going to make. They're not saying what it is. The only information we have from A2A themselves is that they say that this aircraft is completely new. And I don't just mean that in 2024 or 2020, I mean in a whole of A2A's history. Is it a Warbird? Is it a Cessna? Well, we've had Cessnas before from A2A, but is it a different variant of a Cessna? Is it a different Piper? We just don't know what it is. But more information, obviously, as and when we get it. So, I'm going to come off autopilot now, get ready for the landing purchase part of this flight. So, we'll put the fuel boost back on. Tanks can go back to on. Auto trim's coming off. Autopilot is disengaged. And I just noticed as well, I changed the clock to 24 hours. It wasn't 5 in the morning I was taking off, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, it's an evening flight, an early evening. Just realised my throttle had unplugged itself. I wonder why things weren't working. If you're wondering what I'm using the Honeycomb Bravo multi-engine throttle setup, and for a bespoke twin-engined setup as well. And the stick, I'm not actually using the Honeycomb Alpha, I'm actually using the Warthog Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster Warthog even stick. So our runway is somewhere out in this less deserty area up ahead. There's a belt of greenland and town, obviously, and that's where we're going into. So we are in a slow descent now. Lining up for the black and white line, which will put us on our approach for the runway. Again, we're using the GTN 750, the PMS 50 variant. It is a payware product, and it is not included with the aircraft. However, I wholly recommend that you purchase the PMS 50. I think it's a fantastic addition to a lot of aircraft. Just pulling the throttles back a little bit too much there. Right, so move this. Landing lights coming on. Strobe lights are all on. That's going down to 10. We've got the runway in sight. It's just over there at about 10 o'clock. It's coming down. Three greens, the gear is locked and down. The PMS 650 underneath our 750 is giving us our terrain warnings. We don't have any terrain really to worry about too much. We're flying down a valley at the moment. So mixtures are full, fuel pumps are on, 1 and 2. Landing lights are on. 2,000 feet to the runway. Touchdown. Bit of a crosswind, nothing too much. There's 80 indicated. We are going to run to the end of the runway. knots. 40 knots. Still haven't touched the brakes. So there we are. Welcome to Perkins, I think it is. Flaps are coming up. The brakes on this aircraft are really vicious. You just click it too much, you do have a tendency just to stop. So, flaps back into neutral. Loose bolts are coming off. So it's a bit of a run back up to the terminal building here at Perkins. I will cut the video here and I will rejoin you when we are about to park the aircraft. So just coming to the end of the taxiway here at Perkins. Quite a remote airfield, to say the least. We're going to park up somewhere near where Larry over there is. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pay attention to your hand signals, mate. Parking brake is set. Right. So... Right, dandy lights are off, cabin lights are off, nav lights are off, strobe lights are now off, fan is off. The flaps are in the neutral position, and its correct autopilot system is off. Auto trim is off. Master switch is now coming off. Mixtures are pulled back, throttles are closed. Gear is down, showing 3 green, that's correct. Fuel systems are off. Blower is off. And beacon lights coming off, alternators coming off, and the main battery is off. So, welcome to Perkins, I think it was called. Yes, welcome to Perkins Airport, Airfield, what we like to call it. And welcome to the latest version of the A2A Aerostar 600. A simply fantastic aircraft. So glad it's in the sim. I really am so glad. I mean, I am a die-hard Twin Star fan. Can't deny that. I love the Twin Star. It came out first. I will always have a soft place in my gooey little heart for the Cows DA42, of which that will be featuring in future videos. Don't think I've forgotten about it. But it is new. The Twin Star is a much newer aircraft, twin G1000s. You've seen it before. It is a slightly different idea behind twin engine aviation. The Aerostar 600 here by A2A is slightly different, and by different I mean freaking awesome. It is older. Marry it up with the GTN 750 options, your navigations are just so much better. This aircraft is so good for long distance flying, for GA flying. It's fantastic. I really do wholly recommend getting the A2A aircraft. I know it's expensive. It is, I think it was $50 odd or something. It is quite expensive as aircraft goes, but it is very, very detailed. Lots of layers go into this aircraft. And that, I think, justifies the price of it. And plus, A2A, a fantastic company, always listening to their community, always going the so many degrees of awesomeness to create these fantastic aircraft, whether it be for 2024, whether it be for 2020, whether it be for the previous AccuSim aircraft from FSX, P3D, and FS 2004 days. They are fantastic. They were then, and they are now. Like I said earlier, there is a 2020 variant of this aircraft now, so if you are still flying 2020, nothing wrong with that. You can now purchase a direct Aerostar 600 for 2020. You already have the Comanche, because that was already bespoke for 2020 and updated to 2024. The Aerostar was bespoke for 2024 and has been, I don't want to use the word downgraded. I don't want to, because 2020 is still just a fantastic sim, but it works for it as well. So if you have any questions or comments about the A2A products, more than happy to talk about them. I will be featuring the Comanche in a future video. It's trying to get the time in to actually fly it, but I will be featuring it. It's a fantastic little single engine aircraft. Anyway, before I whittle on too much, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you in a future Microsoft Flight Simulator video very, very soon.